Okay, one more time. No. All right, guys, the screen should be back for you, right? Okay, thank you, Michael. I've got, from that link you gave me, I'm able to get the pop-out started and all that. Okay. Crazy. Okay, so first of all, you guys can hear me right now, and you can see my screen back in the room. You can hear me. You can see my screen again. Okay, thank you. All right, give me one more thing I've got to do, and just give me one more minute here. All right, Mateo, and it's Noble and Elliot. Okay, we're back. I can actually see the posts now. Okay. I've lost my sound. Just a second. All right, everything's back now. I've got sound. Okay. Okay, so how do I unlink a window? What do you mean by that exactly? What do you mean by unlinking a window? So when you talk about a window, you're talking about a chart, right? You're talking about the charts? Oh, okay. So only two options. If you right-click the chart, you have two options. If you go to Properties, right-click Properties, where it says Symbol Linking, you can either have it checked or unchecked. So if you uncheck it, then that's why the SPY chart does not change. Checked means all these charts are changing. So again, right-click, Properties. Okay, great, Symbol Linking. I haven't been able to check anything from my watch list today. Yeah, a bit of a strange day. You know, the big pop and then the fade for a lot of things. You know, just kind of resting now. The SPY is just kind of resting now. Okay, how to import your watch list on the trial charts. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. You know, you can access my watch list from the new channel bar and my watch list. Was that you that you didn't want anything else? You just wanted my watch list? It wasn't you. Okay. So somebody else just wanted my watch list. They didn't want anything else. I found it confusing. Okay. Well, if you is it just that you want to see my watch list? Because I am sharing that scan that has, has this one also and the rest of the charts. So here is, now you're not going to, okay, when you go to new, okay, if you just want my watch list, if you click on new, then you have to go to the channel bar. And it's a channel, Barry's watch list, okay? It is a channel. But remember, if you have a layout already loaded, everything in the channel bar is a layout. So if you have a channel already loaded, not a channel but a layout, make sure you save that layout to the cloud first, because you can only have one layout loaded at a time. If you want my layout that I'm displaying right now, then here it is. Okay, there is the layout where it says test drive November 2020, right underneath. Okay, so there's the layout that I'm displaying right now. So is that clear? Have I answered your question? If not, I'll attempt to explain it in another way. And if you don't like other things, if you don't want to see, the single stock window, if you don't want all these charts, if you load my layout, you don't want to see this as an example. You just have to exit out. Just X the windows out that you don't want, and then save the layout again. Save it, file, save or share to cloud, entire layout, and give it a name. And then save it. So now it becomes kind of your custom layout. And tomorrow, when you exit Trade Ideas, if you say File Exit, click on File Exit, Save Layout, and you say yes, and then tomorrow when you come into Trade Ideas, that's the last layout you use will be the one you'll see. BHR, boy, oh yeah, look at this. I haven't seen this one in a long time. Again, resorts, hotels, gambling, you name it. These are absolutely virus plays. Well, anything is a day trading, Larry, I mean, depends what you mean. I mean, these windows that I'm displaying here could be used for day trading. The AI, I mean, the AI gets out of every trade at the end of the day. So in theory, these are day trading. But a day trading setup, I mean, that's wide open. Depends how if you want to trade pullbacks or you want to trade stocks that are making new highs, new lows, things like that. So, I mean, there are a lot of different settings or setups for day trading. I mean, you can have my layout as an example and you can test it out. Well, you're not loading it from YouTube. It's got nothing to. Oh, well, it's got nothing to do with YouTube, Magnus. When you click on the alert, when you click on the link, again, it shows up in a new browser tab. Just highlight it, like I did, and then copy it. Control C, and now it's from the toolbar. File, load from cloud, and here it is, right there. And then load it. Then you'll have my layout. It's nothing to do with YouTube. All right, well then the momentum trades, if you, Larry, if you click, I'm going to give you a link to my homepage. And hopefully you can see my screen. Okay, just a second, Matteo. So if you see my screen, okay, so the link I gave you, my homepage, so if you click on the link, you click on the link, there we go. So you see one of them is scans, my scans, links for my scans. If you click here, so I've got some momentum, momentum up, momentum down, gap, continuation or reverse. You know, they can be very momentum-like. Okay, so there are some scans you could take a look at. Okay. Okay, so Matteo, when you say you want to use the AI, now what do you mean by that exactly? You want to know how? I mean, it's up to you. It depends what you're talking about. I mean, here are the alerts that have come in. Now you know, it's up to you to trade them how you see fit. If you're wondering how you get this window, then from the toolbar, click on New, and then AI/Holly Strategy Trades window. Then you will see the alerts that have come in today. These are the alerts today. Now, how you trade them is up to you. Yes, so let me do it again. If you want to see all my scans at once and be able to take a look at them, you know, more or less at your leisure, Brazuca, then click on the room drive icon, if you can see it. And where it says scans that I share, if you click on download, then you'll be brought to this page. It'll go to a Word document. Here are all the scans, and here are the links. So if you see something that you go, I'd like to see that one, strong stocks up. Okay, so can you see the room drive icon? Yes, you can add my scans to your custom layout and then save on the cloud under your account. Absolutely. Just add the scans that you want. So for instance, Brazuca. So, you know, you don't have to do it. You don't have to download them all to your Word document. If you saw something, you know, again, going to my home page, you go to my home page, and then here are my scans, same ones. Okay, this just allows you to, you know, put it into a Word document, and you can take a look at them anytime you want. And then if you saw something that you liked, momentum up. You just click the link. It shows up right there in a new browser tab, and then highlight it and copy it. Once it's highlighted, copy it, and then file, load from cloud, from the toolbar, file, load from cloud, and there it is. right there. And then when you load it, so there it is. Okay, now if you like it, you can always make changes to it. Of course, you can change, right click, configure. You'll see the filters that I'm using. You may have a completely different idea, but a price range, the volume. Now, why that is minimum of 50,000. A lot of these are, looking right at the very beginning of the day. But I mean, you can make changes once you make your changes, or if you want to keep it, then right click. Should always save individual windows to the cloud. Right click, save, save. Now it's in the cloud. But once it's on your screen, then all you have to do is, and you want to incorporate it as part of your layout, file, save or share to cloud, entire layout, give it a name, and save it. So now, anything that you've added, mine or anybody else's, because we do a lot of collaboration in the room, will be part of your layout. And also when you exit, file, exit, you can say save the layout, say yes, and then tomorrow when you load trade ideas, that'll be the layout you see. Okay, so Ashke. Well, do you have Word? Brazuka, do you have Word? Okay, well, you should be, if you open up Word, recent or something like that, it should be there. Because it gets saved to a Word document, and then you should just be able to, from Word or something, I don't know, file recent, and you'll see it, because it's called My Scans. I'm assuming that's what happened. That's the first time I've had that question, but I'm assuming that's what happens. Okay, good. Okay, so Matteo, in order to auto trade anything, if you wanted to auto trade, and I would listen if you want to auto trade the AI, anybody wants to auto trade the AI, before you commit real money to it, and you can only do it one way. First of all, you have to have an Interactive Brokers account. So if you don't have an Interactive Brokers account, you can't auto trade your money, but you can do it in the simulator. Okay, and all you do is you just turn all the strategies on. So here are the strategies that the AI optimized for today. And you can either highlight them all like that, and then highlight them all. And you have to do it every day. Highlight them all, right click, and then enable 12 selected strat. Now they're all on. Okay? And you in simulation mode. So now they'll auto trade in simulation mode. I don't do that, but if you want to, that's how you do it. So okay, so Matteo, so from the toolbar, click on Sim. From the toolbar, you have to have the app, okay? If you're using our web-based version, then it's not available. But from the toolbar, you should see Brokerage Plus. Just click on Sim, and then you're in simulation mode. And now, then you go to the Holly AI, and then you can go ahead and turn all the strategies on. Okay, so make sure you can get into the simulator. And in order to make sure, if you click on connected, you should see, this should be highlighted. It won't say connected, it'll say disconnect. But that means you are connected, okay? But if you click on Sim, you'll be in simulation mode. Okay, linking with Thinkorswim, I'm going to give you a script that if you went to our tech support people, this is what they would tell you to do. And just let me find it. Here we are. I'm going to put this in the tech support Brazuca. I'm going to put it in tech support, okay? So click on the tech support tab. Okay, and there's a whole, here is the explanation about how to link with TOS. Okay, you're using the web-based version. Okay, that's fine. But do you have a in the web, do you have a green ball? No, in the toolbar, you won't see exactly the same toolbar as I have, but you should see a green ball. Can you check for me on that if you have it like this? So this is what I'm talking about. You have a big green bar here, or green ball. That shows you're connected, okay? Yes? No? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so do you have a green ball? Which would show that you are connected. Okay. Oh, okay. You got to join the audio. Okay. Just let me know when let me know. Well, there are a lot of formatted layouts, Hemi, okay, from the channel bar. A lot of formatted layouts right here. If you click on New, Channel Bar, and these are all themed. There's a pre-market channel, there's a momentum channel, a stock surging channel. These are already formatted. These are all layouts. Okay? So again, from the toolbar, click on New, and then Channel Bar, and then these are all themes. Can you not see my screen? The tech support right there. You're in it. You're already yes you're already in the tech support. So just scroll up. See, scroll up. This is where I put it. Yeah, who you? Who me? Yes, you. So you're already in the tech support tab. I can. Okay, so this is confusing to me because you see you had to click on tech support to be exactly where you are. When you say where is it, well you had to have clicked on it because you're in the tech support section. If you can see my screen, I mean, here's stocks only, here's off topic, and here's tech support. Yes, but just above. Okay. Can you not see all the posts on top? Can you not see all this? So if I do this again, just underneath where you just said all my displays, all of your screens are on the right side of my display. Not my screens. I'm putting all this in that tab that you are posting messages. Can you not see this? Okay, then I'm going to have to send you to tech support because they have the same script and maybe they can give it to you in a different way. I can't help you then because it's okay. I don't understand why you can't see all this. You're posting in the tech support tab, but I'll just have to send you to the homepage then. And they'll give you the same script, maybe in a different way, in maybe some kind of a link. Well, did you go to the homepage? Um, just give me a moment, please. Where is the... Okay, you're having a website navigation problem. Interesting. So when you click on that home page, that link, you're not getting to the home page. And then where it says questions and answers, you're not getting that. That's what you're saying. I mean, I can give you the general info. It's too bad because I mean that's all you'd have to do. Okay. Well, info@trade-ideas.com. It's kind of a strange one. Okay, right there, info@trade. I hope you can see that. Okay, listen then. If you can see that, then why can't you see above? I don't understand why you can't see above if you scroll up. It's weird. Okay, but the message that has been written, I had a long explanation. If you go up a little bit where it says TOS linking, okay, then you just have to read it all. If you just scroll up a bit, right below where you said all of your screens are on the right side of my display, then I put in all the text about how to link with TOS. Just like that. Well, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Okay, well that's it. That is it. I mean that is the. If you see my text messages, then just start. I mean it was a long flowing one, but it's the explanation about how to link the Thinkorswim. Yes, you can do that. All right, how do I... I don't understand when you say you don't see how the tab... There's no tab. I mean, you're in the tech support, you clicked on it, but... Okay, this is what I'm going to do for you. You can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen? Okay. Maybe this is a simpler way. Hopefully. Okay. Here are the instructions. Can you take a screenshot of that? Well, if you, but I'm assuming though, if you take a screenshot, oh, well, that's a Word document for me. Okay, it's just a Word document. I mean, that's most of the time. I mean, this is what works for people. I just have to post it. It's not a link. It's a Word document. It's not a link. It's a Word document that is in mine, and I posted the entire document in this tab that you see. But for some reason, you cannot see all the way up here, where this all is. Okay. Well, go to info@trade-ideas.com and ask for the directions on how to link to to Thinkorswim. Okay. I don't know how else I can help you. If you can't see this well enough and if it's not showing up with a good enough resolution, I don't know how to help you. But if you go to info@trade-ideas.com, and you're telling me you can't go to our homepage then. You can't even click on a link to go to our homepage. I mean, you've got some real problems then with I don't know what's going on with your system. Because when I'm just putting my homepage link, their homepage link again. When you click on that link, I mean, I don't like if you're saying this is not showing up. I don't know what's happening, because then it's just a matter of questions and answers, and boom, just ask the question right there. I want the instructions to Thinkorswim linking. But if you can't see that, then I have no idea what's going on with your system. I just don't know. Then you're having some problems there. I have no. Maybe you have to. I don't know if you got to pop out or something. They have to disable it. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I'd love to be able to help you, but I'm at a loss right now. Because most people, when I tell them just click on the home page, start a live chat, it's pretty simple. All right, let me low float on trade ideas. All right, so you can, one of my scans that I'm sharing, I think is a low float scan. So let me, okay, so Nishan, so hopefully you can do this. It works. Okay, so the link I just, and I'll help you in a second, Mateo, and I'll also help you, Larry, okay? I just want to answer Nishan first, okay? Okay, so Nishan, can you see and hear me? Not see me, but can you see my screen and can you hear me? Trade of the week is HOG, H-O-G. The trigger was 33.90. Now, of course, it gapped up like most stocks. Don't even know what it's doing now. So it's still, now it's below the price. So it gapped up, pre-market. I would never have taken it there. And now it's settled down. So now, it gives you an opportunity. Trigger is 33.90. So Nishan, I'm just waiting for you to tell me that you can hear me and see my screen before I show you something. I'll get to your question in a second about alerts. And that is, who asked that question? AC, just give me a moment, okay? Okay, I just want a couple of people are just have to answer in the YouTube. Using my layout, select each alarm window as a symbol only. All right, so Mateo, if I can understand what you're saying, there's only two options with our charts. If you right-click the chart, properties, symbol linking. You either have it symbol linked or you uncheck it so the chart doesn't change. Only two options. So when I click on PVAC will change in all these time frames. But of course SPY doesn't because it's unchecked. So I mean, if you want them all to change, then you have to. Okay, no symbol linking, good. So also, Larry, momentum options trader, well, you can tell me if this is going to help you, all right? So for those of you, I have a question about, can you use trade ideas to option trade? Well, we don't trade the options, but maybe we can help you find stocks. Maybe we can help you find stocks that are interesting option trades. So this is what we can do. Right click, configure, search. This is good exercise also. You're wondering, okay, what does trade ideas have for RSI, for MACD, for this, for that? What you can do is, if you right click on an alert window, configure, search. Okay, just so you could type in RSI as an example. That's what we have for RSI, MACD. Nishan, I'm just going to answer somebody else and then I'll get to you, okay? So for options, okay, here are our option filters. So some very standard ones, the put-call ratio. This options volume right there, that's the average number of contracts over the last 10 days, which is important, which I'll show you in a second. Options volume today, obvious, put volume, call volume today. So this, these are fairly standard. This is the key one, option volume today percent. So remember I said option volume is an average over the last 10 days of how many contracts. So let's just say, for argument's sake, a stock is traded, 2,000 contracts on average over the last 10 days. If you use this filter right there, add the filter. If I put 200, that's 200%. So that stock that is traded 2,000 contracts a day on average, today it has to trade 4,000. So what it's zeroing in on are stocks that are having an abnormal option volume day. Now, if that can help you trade options, great. We have people who trade options who use that filter a lot. So at least it shows you stocks that are really moving in terms of options. But in terms of all the Greeks, no. So a momentum options trader, yeah, maybe. I mean, okay. Okay, so Nishan, you can hear me now. And just, I'll get you, excuse me, I'll get you your question in a second, AC. So you can hear me now. So what I wanted you to do, if you click on my homepage link, so if you click on my homepage link, this is what you'll see. So where it says My Scans, Barry's Scans, if you click here, one of them is low floaters on the move. You're asking about low floats? Okay. So one of them is low floaters on the move. Now, do you know how to load a link? If you click on that, do you know how to get it onto your home screen? Onto your... You know how to do all that? Okay. So now, of course, you can, once you have it loaded, you can right click on it. Okay, good. So then right click on the scan, because you may have a different idea of a price range. You might have a different idea of you know, what you want as a minimum float, things like that. Okay, so you can, of course, you can make adjustments, but that'll get you started. Okay. Does that make sense? And once you make the adjustments, save it. Okay. Okay, now, question about scans. AC, I have an alert scan running. How do I create a new window which lists all the symbols that have been alerted? Okay, so for instance, so you want to have a list of all these symbols as an example. All right. This is what I would do, because I think what's happening is that you're looking at this and there is duplicates, of course. You just like to have a quick list, or a list that you can quickly look at. Okay. This is what I do. This is now normally in my layout that I share, that I use, you know, you'd see these two windows. But this is my suggestion. I mean, and you have to understand, today is an extraordinary day because of what happened, okay? But you'll notice what I call this basic new highs don't repeat. I mean, it's a huge list because of what's happened today. I mean, usually it's nowhere near as big. But you can take your, say this scan, this is all I did. I took this scan and I duplicated it. So I duplicated it. Now this is done obviously ahead of time. Then what I did, we have a nice little feature. If you right click, properties, don't repeat. Don't repeat. And I can say don't repeat for the whole day. Okay? That's what this one is. You only see the symbol one time. And the beauty of it is that you'll see I mean, again, this is a unique day. I mean, it's a crazy day. But for instance, you'll see the very first time it was alerted. That's why I like to have this, because I can say, okay, Macy's was alerted at 9:35 and the price was $8.65. What did it do since then? Okay? But again, this list is, I mean, it's just because of today. I mean, it's not usually like that. Good. Yeah, I love that feature, because this is what I do here. You know, this is really a don't repeat, because I can see the very first time PHIO was alerted was at 10:04 at 2:59. What did it do since then? Obviously not that well. You know, so yeah, in the simulation window, Drora, you have to be connected to IB to get that information. Yeah, so in the simulation, you're not going to get the bid and the ask. You're absolutely right. Sorry, that's 11. You asked that a while ago. Sorry, I'm just seeing your question now. AHT was a beauty. I'm sure I may have traded it. What a day to not trade. Yes, you can, Mike. You can take your alert window, and I'm going to give you a video. I don't know if you've seen the video. It shows you exactly how you can do all this. Okay, so what would happen, you see these strategies here, you would load them into the Brokers Plus window, and then you would, when you say run your scan, and then you want to, okay, yeah, definitely check it out. Because you can put all of the scans you want, and then if you want to, trade them, from within the Brokers Plus window, you can do so. I'm also going to put that link in here, the Brokerage Plus. So for those of you who have an Interactive Brokers account and you want to trade your account using this Brokerage Plus window, you can do so. You just click on the live, and it's all explained in that Brokerage Plus intro video. A lot of you will just use the simulator in order to practice trading. Please, before you commit money to the market, practice, practice, practice. Very, very simple to use. I have to change this background. So if I wanted to take SRG as an example, not that I would, but just to show you, you just click on the symbol. It's a 1 cent spread, so I could buy it at the market. So it just took the trade. SRG just took the trade. Put a stop in. Just want to show you where it shows up right on the chart then. See, on that 15-minute chart, you can just, candles are covering it, but if the price went down to 14.30, you'd lose, whatever, $31. I can put a target if I want. I'll just put a target, again, making these up, just showing you how you can do this. And there's the target up here. So you now have two red lines on your chart. You can move these lines now if you want to change where your stop is. If the trade starts working well, use it kind of like a trailing stop. Keep moving it higher and higher. If it starts to get close to your target, you don't want to get out of it. You can just move it higher. You can also do things like, let's just say for argument's sake, I really got to change that. That's not what I'm using anymore. So let's just say you wanted to take party on a pullback. Okay, so there's PRTY, and you want to take it to see if it goes back down to $3. You want to take the trade. So you pick the price you want to do it at, and in here I put 3. 3, and I buy. Click on the buy. Now you'll notice right down here, you see this blue line. So if party came back down to $3, it would take the trade. So this is kind of like a conditional trade. You can also do it if you thought, well, you know what, I really want to take it, but I want it to break a level. I want to take this trade if it gets up to 3, right on that monthly chart. If it gets up to 364, I want that trade. All right? I'm just going to I'm going to get rid of that order, and I'm going to do just kind of the reverse. So if I want to take the trade at 369, I would just put 369 in both. So these are conditional buy orders. Oops. Second. Okay, and I'm going to click buy. This is doing this thing again. Okay. Just a second. Now click buy. Okay, so you see what's happened? So this blue line now appears on top here. So if the price, if it goes up to 360, it'll take the trade. So you can use, the simulator to also place what I call conditional buy orders. It pulls back to a certain level, I want to take the trade. If it breaks a certain area of resistance, I want to take the trade. Yeah, you don't have to use your paper IB account, Leo. Connect to our simulator. Forget the paper IB account. Okay. Now, are you talking about in the simulator, Leo? Or yeah, you are. You said paper. So don't use the IB simulator. Use ours. Okay. You're using our real-time data. Never mind IB. Okay. So we connect to the simulator, and then if you want, you can turn all the AI strategies on. Enable. Now they're all on, and now it will auto trade them all. I would recommend, even in the simulator, it's the same principle. I would watch this video. Well, I don't know, Emmanuel. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, it's way easier, Leo, to use our simulator than try to do the connection to IB and all that. I mean, that's why we created the simulator, for people to use it within our platform. Doesn't matter who your broker is. You just have to, because it's using our real-time data. All right, Brazuca. No easy way. You're going to have to open the windows one by one to figure out where the sound is coming from. So you have to right click on your alert window, right click, properties and actions. Now you'll see the sound right there, okay? So you don't have to go any further. If it's applause as an example that you don't want, but if you know the window, then just uncheck display sound. If you know the window, then just uncheck the play sound, okay? Typically we get, the question is, I'm hearing a sound from an alert window, but I don't know which one it is. And you have to go through each one. All right, so now Dale, so you see the toolbar. Okay, now if you want to see, you can click on New Channel Bar, and you can take a look at all the different channels we've got. Okay. First of all, I want to make sure you can hear me and see what I'm doing. Okay, so you can click all these channels, they're all themed. So if I wanted to see an earnings channel, this is my earnings, this is the earnings channel as an example. All right, now, and this goes for everybody, how to build your own layout. how to build your own layout by going through all of the channels. So if you saw something, earnings upside blowout yesterday or today, you said, whoa, I would really like to have that one. So first of all, you can look at it. Where's the bottom of it? Well, okay. You can right click on it, summary, and you can see the filters that we're using. Now you can add your own filters. Okay? So this is pretty general. So if you wanted to add, for instance, your own specific filters, like a price range, a minimum volume, things like that. All right, so you can add as many filters as you want, or adjust the values. Like if you right click and you see that's all the filters I want, but I want a different price range. You can make your changes. Once you do that, right click, save or share to cloud. I'm going to do it. Save. Okay. So if you go through every channel and do exactly what I just did, you see, momentum channel. I wonder what that is. Extreme Master Blaster. That looks interesting. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to save it. So what you can do then is you just kind of extract different scans from all the channels. And then you'll have a blank slate again. And then you can start bringing them back. File, load from cloud. There it is, earnings blowout. Okay. And I don't know where it went, but there it is. Not sure where it went, probably on another monitor. But you just basically bring them back one at a time. And in that way, once you've got all the scans that you extracted from the various channels, then you can file, save or share to cloud. Probably want to click on entire layout, give it a name, and save it. Now you've created your own layout from scans that we've created for you within the channel bar. Well, yeah, file, yes, okay, so save as is yes. If you right click, save or share to cloud. Not save as, no. Save or share to cloud. Get it into the cloud and then save. Why you do that, again, as I said before, if you have multiple devices that you want to have trade ideas on, all you have to do is just download the program to whatever other devices, and then you just load things from the cloud. You don't have to recreate everything from scratch, every device. Yes, it can be, Eric. We actually, okay, just give me one moment, okay, because I want to catch up on the YouTube feed. All right, so again, Cyber, this is what I would do. First of all, today there have only been 7 trades, 7 alerts. So there's the entry time. Okay, and you can segment, so there's Holly Neal. So there are not very many. If you want, you can, you can sort on it if you want, so you can see the very last one. I don't do that, but I like to sort on this column. Okay, so my recommendation is that you have this window open, and that's how you watch the AI alerts all day. And again, new AI/Holly strategy trades window, not this window here, the trades window. Okay, the default number of shares. So these are the four Holly Neo strategies. So you can right click, edit the trading instructions. Okay, so in this case, this is, I mean, I haven't done anything because I don't trade it like this, but position sizing, fixed shares, and you can change it right here. Now, my recommendation though is, I mean, I would try this on a stop loss, based on a stop loss. Okay, and then for every trade, you are going to risk the same amount. So for instance, if it's $100, so that'll determine, the system then will figure out how many shares to take. If you put in based on a stop loss. And it's using, because remember, every alert we have has a stop, immediately determined. So it just basically takes the entry minus the stop, and then it divides that into how much you're willing to risk on the trade. So say $100, and that'll determine how many shares you take. Does that make sense? I mean, I think that's the way to go, as opposed to saying I want to take 100 shares every time or 500 shares every time. I mean, we try to. The difference between Holly AI and Holly 2.0 or Holly 1. Okay, we have, in the beginning, there was the Holy Grail. Okay, that was the very first one. I don't know, a couple of years later we added Holly 2.0 and then Holly Neo. Holy Grail is probably the more conservative strategies. Holly 2.0 a little more aggressive, and Holly Neo is quite a bit more aggressive. Okay. Well, yeah, I may have to revamp that, because Holly 2.0 might be now the new, because I know Michael Noss has been working on it. I'm not sure that. So Holly 2.0 is probably the revamped Holly. We were trying to get it ready for today. I guess we have. That's really in the beginning. So the Holly 2.0, and I don't know exactly what the differences are, but I think it's been revamped. I think the stops have been revamped. Not that this was a great day. I mean, it's not all going to be a great day, but this is up if you were still in this trade. So just to tell you what conservative, moderate, and aggressive means. Conservative is getting out exactly when the AI got out of the trade. That's what conservative is. Moderate is staying in the trade right to the end of the day unless the stop got hit. Then it stops. Aggressive, and these are just what-if scenarios. Aggressive is, okay, what would happen if I just stayed into the trade right to the end of the day? And that's why I like to sort on this, because yeah, it got stopped out early, but it's a watch list. So for all the reasons why the AI thought this was a good trade at the beginning, later on it did become one. It was just a little bit early. Now, me, the way I use the AI is I I like the ones under $20. It's just a simple. Doesn't mean I take every stock under $20. Every time I see an AI alert, I look at it. I say, okay, does it have room to move? You know, based on the daily and the weekly, where's the 200-day moving average? You know, things like that. So I'm always checking, and I'm no rush to. Wow, that AHT was just awesome. This is one I mentioned right at the beginning of the day. You know this, and look at this move from this 5 minute. I mean, that is 229. Wow. Low float, 11 million in the float. Yeah, I haven't even checked these halts. I haven't had a chance to, but yeah, Isaiah got halted. Again, this is, you know, this halts resumes is another scan that I'm sharing. Just go to my home page and go to the scans, and it's one of the scans I'm sharing if you want it. My home page. So for those of you who are wanting to sign up for the test drive, now not too much left today, of course, but if you click on the test drive link, you will be brought to this page here. Okay? So you'll have the balance of today plus the next 9 days. Okay, for $8.99, you'll have access to the full premium service. And we do this typically about 4 times a year. So I'm not sure when the next one will be. So if you're at all interested in trade ideas, you know, if you can afford $8.99, try us out. Once the test drive is over, it's over. Nothing for you to do. You don't have to unsubscribe. We don't put you into a subscription. We'll have a nice promo code for you if you do want to take out a subscription. But and also this is open for our standard subscribers. You want to try out our premium service for those 2 weeks, you can do so. And this is why, if you're part of the test drive, this is why I say save everything to the cloud. Everything to the cloud. Individual windows to the cloud. Right click, save or share to cloud. And save. Save your layout to the cloud. Because everything you do during this test drive, if you're not a subscriber right now, everything you do during this test drive, if at some point in time, doesn't have to be, it could be a week later, it could be a month later, it could be 5 years later. If you do decide you want to take out a subscription, everything you've done will be in the cloud for you. As long as you give us the same email, if you sign up for a subscription, the same email that you used to sign up for the test drive. What a day, man! Oh man! Both on the long side and the short side. I mean, I've just seen so many interesting ones. Hello, Doc. This is another hospitality one, isn't it? So these little hospitality, HT, and the other one, AHT. Man, oh man. Yeah, that was my opening. I'm too slow. What's up, Doc? Yeah. What's up, Doc? Oh, goodness. Okay, go through the columns. So where are you exactly talking? I mean, you can exit a trade at any time. So when you say you're not sure when to exit a trade, if you're following the AI specifically, you pick, if you're going to follow the conservative, then you're going to follow exactly when the AI gets out of a trade. My recommendation always, 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 always is if you want to get into a trade in sort of an auto trade fashion, fine, but then I would manage the exits on your own. And that's what we recommend. So I'm not sure when you say not sure when to exit a trade. Every strategy, you'll notice that every strategy, why is this not showing it? Let's see here. Yeah, so every strategy has a time stop, so a hold period, okay? And also, the AI will get out of a trade, but here, let me just back this up. So every strategy has been optimized for a certain hold period. But as I always say, I mean, just because the AI says, well, this strategy has a 60-minute hold period, doesn't mean if the trade is working, why would you get out? All right? I mean, why would you get out of a trade that's, if for instance, the AI had this as was an alert, HT, and then just because it has an artificial exit because it has a certain hold period, why would you get out of this trade? It's still working great. What do? You mean you file and exited? You lost the window. Did you exit? Did you click on X? Like how did you lose? Okay, so you clicked on X. I'm not going to do it because I'll lose my window. Yeah, but you said, what do you do if you close the main toolbar window by accident? So now you've got nothing on your screen. Correct? You've got nothing on your screen. I mean, there are only two ways you can close the toolbar. File. Okay, maybe you've minimized it. I see what you're saying. I think you've minimized it. You haven't closed it, you minimized it. This is just semantics. You've done something like that? Well, I wish I didn't do that. Is that what you did? Yeah, there doesn't. No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You click on new channel bar, and it only, even in mine, it only fixes a portion. No, there is not a way to do that. I mean, typically, yeah, I mean, when I'm looking at, so if I'm looking at the weed watchers, yes, I know what you mean. You're wondering, well, why doesn't this fill up my entire monitor, right? Is that what you mean? Just the way it is. Sorry. No, I mean, if you really, really like this and this is what you wanted to stay on all day long, yeah, I mean, you just, you could, of course, make the windows really big and all that, but yeah, this is just the default and that's what's going to happen, yeah. All right, so let me try to figure out what J-Rock is talking about. Okay, how can you have scanners? So you've got like windows here, but for some reason you don't have that toolbar. Is that what you mean? You can't find it, or you can't see it, or you have, but you be so you're telling me that you have scanners like this, but you don't. But this is gone. Is that what you mean? Like I just moved it to another. I was just going to say. I was just going to say maybe it's hidden behind something. Because here's what you can do. What I do, because it happens to me every now and then too. I think, hey, I've got something, but I can't find it. Um, if you have it pinned to the taskbar, this is all I do. I just, here's my TI down here. Hopefully you can see it. And so here is everything. And then I would have just had you click, if you have the same sort of situation, I would have just had you find it up here. Oops. Okay, and then there it is. So sometimes, you might say, I don't have that scan anymore. Yeah, I mean, in theory it is. Yes, it is active now. I mean, I would not have taken that. I would have waited to see. But you're right. It is activated because the price was $33.90, but with everything else that gapped up, I probably would not have taken it. Well, I know I didn't take it. Now I will wait to see if it gets back up there. But you're right. For our statistical purposes, it has been activated. Yes. Stop it, real. That HAT probably was my favorite for the day. I mean, look at this. You're not going to get too many that look like this. I mean, hardly any pullbacks at all. Just straight up, even on a 2-minute chart, 5-minute, certainly on a 15, and it is. And the other one, I mean, HT is exactly. I don't know if they're actually linked. I mean, just because the symbols are the same. Hershey, and what does it say? Yeah, so no, Ashford. So they are different, but look at this gap. I mean, look at the potential fill here. Ah, and the volume is sick, as Real is saying. I mean, 45 million shares, 11 million in the float, so it's traded the float 4 times. Okay, so can you create an alert window that shows stocks that lost almost their gap in the pre-market and start reclaiming after the lows? See, the problem is we can't know what the... You might want to try something like this. It may not be exactly what you're looking for, Jeremy. But this might be something that you could get interested in. Let me again. Let me get my. What have I got here? No. All right. So Jeremy, can you see my screen and can you hear me? Okay, so this might be of interest to you. Not exactly maybe, but what you're looking for, but I think you might be interested in something like this. So if you click on that my link, and then you go to my scans, and you see the one that's called gap continuation or reverse. If you click on that and then highlight it and copy it, Control C, copy it. So let's take a look at what that is. Load from cloud, file load from cloud. So here it is. Load. Where is it? Okay. So this is a multi-strategy window. You don't have to have them all, but let me just show you what they are. There are 4 alert windows in here. There's the gap up and go. So what that means is it gapped up and kept going up. The gap down and reverse. Now that sounds more a little bit what you're looking for. No. Well, a gap down and reverse. So a gap down and now it's reversing. And then a gap up and reverse. Well, gapped up and reversing. And then a gap down and go. It gapped down and it kept going down. So it's not perfect for what you're looking for, but a gap down and then reversed. Okay, starts reclaiming after the lows. Now you don't have to have them all. You know, if you could uncheck. If you just wanted to see the gap down and reverses, then you would uncheck. Okay. So you can try that. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect for like the ONCT, but you know, it might give you some really, really interesting looks. You know, there's Gil. Look at a Gil. I mean, you talk about a gap up and go. Gap up and kept going. Just a minute. I've lost where you guys are. There you are. Okay, so Dave, a couple of things. I mean, I'm sharing my screen as an example. Okay, I can give you the link that so you can see this screen, or maybe I don't know if this is going to be better for you. But first of all, you have a toolbar, right? You can see the toolbar. Okay, so we have channels. If you click on New, Channel bar, and all these channels are themes. So for instance, if you wanted to see earnings today, you click on earnings and you can kind of look to see, okay, this is what it's earning. Well, HT is actually an earnings play today too. And maybe the other one is, I don't know. But there's HT, here's an earnings play. So listen, it can get overwhelming, all right? But that's the whole idea of all these theme channels. If you saw something that you liked, you thought, well, that looks kind of interesting, then you can right click on the window, save or share to cloud, and save it. And you go on to the next momentum. You know, I'm just picking, you know, momentum plays. Momentum, oh, okay. Let's right click on that. Save that to the cloud. Save or share to cloud, save. So you can kind of go through the different channels and extract, you know, scans that might look interesting to you. I mean, look at the IHT. I mean, this is classic Momo, IHT. Not just IHT. So we've got AHT, we've got IHT. So these little hospitality trusts are just going crazy. All right. Now you can have my scans. Let me just, so this is a link. Second here. If you just signed up, when you say you just signed up, when did you just sign up? Like, what does that mean? Just like 2 minutes ago, a half an hour ago, early this morning? How just is just? All right, yeah. So you might have to wait maybe another 5 minutes or so. I mean, they tried to clean that up. They tried to get it so that it was going to be in about 5 minutes. Okay. But maybe give it a little bit longer to activate it. And then once it's active, and then so if you can't log in yet, then it means it hasn't been activated, obviously. Yeah, well, or just load it again. You can exit and then, or just leave it up here. I mean, it's possible that if you just leave it up here and just keep trying to log in, you know what your login is, right? You have a username and a password up here. I'm not sure you have to actually close it. You might be able to just leave it up there and just keep trying to input your username and password until finally it accepts it and you have a green ball. That means you're connected. But if you just did it, Okay, so Dave, this room like this is like this every day. Okay, now I usually, it is a trading room, but I do answer questions all day long, and normally I will take some trades myself. We have a lot of people who are signing up for the test drive, so I'm getting a lot of questions. So, this is a unique couple of weeks, though I think after about 3 days, it'll probably settle down a little bit in terms of the questions. But questions are fine. I mean, I don't want to dissuade anybody from asking questions. But this room is like this, free. I'm here from 9 to 3 every day. Eastern time, of course. We also, in the YouTube feed, you might want to maybe save this link. In the YouTube feed, between 12 and 1, another trader takes over. I monitor it between 9 and 12 and 1 and 3. Another trader takes over between 12 and 1. When we're out of a test drive, it's a lot more of a Q&A session. Again, I'll answer questions all day long, but we just don't get as many, except now we're in this test drive. So I don't know how many people we've signed up, but it's just that, I will get swamped at the beginning with lots of questions, which is absolutely fine. Mateo, how to shut up me? No, how to shut up alarm sound. Okay, Saren. Okay, let me, but first I just want to tell Mateo. So you want to shut them all up? And Saren, can you hear me this time? And see my screen? Okay. So, Mateo, I'm just going to answer somebody first. Mateo, one of two ways. If you know the window that's giving you if you want to shut them all off, this is a toggle. Okay, between Idea Surfing and the Brokerage Plus. That's a toggle, a sound toggle. You can shut them all off. Okay, on, off. Or if you know the window, go to the alert window, right click, properties, actions. Uncheck the play sound, okay. Okay? All right, Saren. It's time for the test drive. Okay, so when you say you're not able to see any action, are you saying all you see is your toolbar? Okay. And the toolbar looks like this with File, New, Tools, Windows, Help, etc.? Okay. All right, so a couple things you can do. If you wanted to follow along with on this screen, this is what I'm sharing. I can give you a link for that and show you how you can load it. Okay, so there's the link. Okay, there is the link right there. By clicking on that link, it's going to go to a browser, a new tab. Okay, highlight it, highlight it. Control C will copy it. So now the link is copied. And then the next step is from that toolbar, File, Load from Cloud. And there it is. Okay, there is the link right there, and then just load it. Let me know if that worked, because at that point, once you do this, then you should see basically this screen right here, what I'm sharing. Okay, okay, unfortunately in the web-based version you can only have five charts. Yes, just a general statement. This app that you see up here with this toolbar, please, if you have a PC or please use the app instead of the web-based version. Web-based version is fine, but you don't get things like Brokerage Plus. You won't have access to our simulated trading. Um, you have a limitation, a number of charts that somebody just found out. Okay, did that work? Okay, download the software and then try it. Yes. Just give me a moment, please. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Boy, I can see right off the bat, and this might be a good one to look at here. So, you know, the similar tab. So you can see AHT, you can see HT. I'm surprised we don't see IHT. I don't know where it's been categorized. That's the problem. AHT, let's see where it's been categorized. Yeah, see, it's other investment pools and funds. But if you do that, there's the AHT, HT. There was another one. SKT was another one. No, that I don't know why that's in there. But the other one that I was hearing was XHR. XHR. So you can see, I mean, these resorts and the REITs in this sector have just exploded today. And you know, the other thing is that there's been really no pullback whatsoever in them. You know, look at all the high flyers this morning. Look at ACB. Not all of them, but I mean some of them. So I mean, look at ACB. I mean, you know, the cannabis play from last week that just exploded with and had earnings. Not that earnings are a big deal for it, but you know, look at this. I mean, it popped right up, and now look what it's done. I mean, this is basically almost a third drop. I mean, it's not quite 15, not quite 10, but you know, I mean, that's a big pullback. Whereas look at the HT and look at the IHT and the AHT and the, you know, they've just been steady up all day long. No pullback whatsoever. Just boom. All right, I'm sorry, I just seeing some questions now. It's sort of the test drive, Holly Channel, look at the open strategies. How often are there new open positions? Yes, so, okay. Well, it depends on the day. I mean, you know, the AI, no new alerts after 10:52 today, as an example, okay? Yeah, no, don't worry in terms of a rookie question. So that's it. And IHT just got halted? Yeah, it just got halted. Yes, it did. Is there a limit to the number of price alerts? Depends what you mean. I don't know exactly what you mean. Oh, yes. Are you talking about, which I haven't even gone over? Man. You're talking about this? Where are you? Sorry, you're talking about the price alerts window? There is a limit, yeah, 500. I mean, nobody needs 500, but that is the limit. You're talking about the price alerts window, which I have not gone over at all. Okay, I should go over that right now. I'm going to get rid of them all. So this is a great window. Yeah, I'm working late today. That's okay. You know, lots of questions. I always stay late if there are questions, but so for instance, if I want to put a price alert, I'm going to move this off just a second. Well, I'll keep it up here. See if I can do it up here. Click on PRTY. Let's say I wanted to put a price alert at 324. Okay, the high right there. So I just move my mouse, get the dotted line to where I want it, right click, create price alert. Here's the box. Now, you can fill in information. I rarely do. You know, I just save it and that's it. Now notice how it showed up. If the price goes to 324, this line is blue right now. You can see that line is blue. If the price goes to 324, it's going to turn green. And I can put a sound alert, and this is going to answer somebody's question about the AI. Yes, you can get a sound alert. It's exactly the same, basically the same way. You right click, actions. You follow these instructions. You click the play sound. You set up the sound. Most of the time we use a custom sound. You can use text to speech, but really only for one alert window, because The whole idea of the sound alerts is you put a different sound alert for every window, so when you hear a sound, you know exactly which window to look at. So obviously you can't have them all text to speech. And then select the sound, 3 folders, a bunch of sounds in each one. You can click on one, you can open it and play it. If you like it, then you say okay a couple of times, and then that sound gets attached to the window. Now, the great thing about this price alert window, let me just put another one right at 321. What? And hopefully, okay, so notice what I did was I minimized the window. If I get an alert, if it hits 321, this window is going to pop right up on my screen. Excuse me. See? Okay, I was glad that happened. So it popped up on my screen. I put a sound alert on it, so I heard it. So if I'm wandering away from my screen and I have my headset on, I'll hear it. It changed colors. And because I sorted on the triggered column, it's going to appear right at the top. Okay, so it's a great, it's so simple. No excuse not to set price alerts. So enter the new stock ticker. So if you're talking about on the chart, I'll answer your question. Doc, yeah, you're in, yeah, I wouldn't do it from the channel. But if you click on new channel bar and you click on Omni AI or whatever, yeah, you are in, but this is what I would do. This is what I would do. I would follow these alerts by doing it this way. Click on new AI/Holly strategy trades window. Then you'll just see the alerts all day long. Who cares from where they're from? Okay, these are the alerts that happen all day long. Not very many. That's what I would do. So John, yeah, if you're talking about changing are you talking about manually changing, on the chart? Okay, so left click on a chart, just so that the system knows what chart you want to change. Left click on it, and then literally you should just be able to type JWN as an example, Nordstrom's. The change symbol box should pop up. You click on change, or you can hit return, enter on your keyboard, and that'll change it. Now, so first of all, did that work? So left click and just start typing. The box should pop up. Did that work? Okay. Left click, hit the space bar on your keyboard and see if that pops it up. Okay, I don't know why that happens for some systems, but yeah, so for you have to hit the space bar, and then you'll get the pop up, and then you can start typing. So it's just one extra step. I don't know why that happens. Well, they appear to be. IHT, a hospitality trust. Well, they appear to be. Yeah, now, Doc, you can save this now as part of your layout. So every morning, you can save this window as part of your layout so that you don't have to every morning fire it up. You just, tomorrow morning when you load trade ideas, this will be blank until the alerts start coming in. Oh, you've made your own channels, okay. See, I don't do that because I don't change, when I'm really, I just have one layout that I use, and I don't deviate from it really. So So I'm not going through the various channels and checking things out. If I'm brand new, yeah, I'll do that because at least then I don't have to know how do I create how do I create an alert window? How do I create a top list window? How do I do all this? I should also put this in here. The 20 short lessons. So if you're brand new, brand spanking new, you know, the 20 short lessons. I mean, if you just, you know, this will just give you all the basics. Let me get rid of that. Give you all the basics. 20 short lessons. Now, it's not, you know, don't worry, 20 days. But Barry, you only have 14 days. Well, you can do these really quickly. That was sort of marketing. But, you know, here's the channel bar, explanation of the channel bar. Track your favorite stocks using the heart symbol. What is a top list? Build a top list. What is an alert window? Create an alert window. So, I mean, it's very, very elementary. You know, it's all text-based. And you can, I really, really recommend that if you're brand new to all this, you know, you take a look at this. This will probably lower your frustration level quite a bit. Because, yeah, I mean, you get this and now what? Is it? So this was a reverse split today. I think this is adjusted. Okay, I mean, because you don't want to get the impression if this, so to get back up, I mean, these were the highs. I mean, that's split adjusted, yes. Link to Think or Swim. Okay, I'm going to try you, Doc. Can you go to the, oops. I'm going to put this in the tech support area. Okay, so if you, Doc, if you click on the tech support tab, I'm going to put the, I've just put the instructions how to link the Think or Swim, okay? Well, yeah, but you're always. I mean, I agree with having the charts like this because you don't want to get a sense of if it's adjusted and it's not showing. I mean, this is the true nature of this stock, JE. You know, to get back up to the highs, it's got. I mean, it's never going to do it, but this shows you that this was a, you know, who knows how many reverse splits for JE. This shows you the true nature. You know, if I think Dries is gone, but. Well, I know I'm running into overtime. Yeah, so there was the split right here. That day, I guess, right? Or not the split, but well, yeah, this is the day. I think that makes sense. Otherwise, people might think, oh, that $5 stock. Yeah, but it really, at one point before all these reverse splits was, you know, up at 6,800. I mean, that's split adjusted. Maybe, but I don't know. I've seen our charts look like this when there's reverse splits. Meanwhile, N is another one, another you know, hotel. Another REIT. Boy, the REITs, what a day for these. I mean, unbelievable day. RLJ is another one. I know it's another one. RLJ, that's a lot. Yeah, RLJ Lodgings. Yeah, another one. What a day. I mean, these are the good moves because they didn't really have huge pullbacks. Well, maybe I'll be able to take a couple of trades tomorrow. It depends how many questions I get, but maybe a couple of trades tomorrow. We'll have to see. Well, the market just flattened right out. Here's another one. This is a healthcare trust, DHC. Look at the volume that came in. All right, guys. I'll tip. Oops. Okay, guys. So typically, I'm in the room from 9 to 3. I've gone overtime, which is fine. I'll stay here if there are questions, but yeah, you know what? I didn't even look. 1192. I didn't even look. What was that? I mean, I knew the market was up, but I didn't realize the Dow was up 1192. So, are there any other questions? Again, I'll stick around if there are questions. You talking to me? No, I haven't really been able to pay attention to the market at all, other than those REITs and all. So no, I'm not looking to swing anything. I haven't. I really have not looked at the market. All right, I don't see any other questions. Oh, you're welcome, Eric. Yeah, and listen, if you're brand new, just take it easy. I mean, we're here for 2 weeks, and even after 2 weeks, it's not that you're going to be masters of trade ideas or anything like that. But the room is always like this, so you can always ask me questions. All right, I think I'll shut it down then. Thanks a lot, everybody. And for the traders in the room, I know, I have to spend way more time on answering questions, which again, I always have to say it's absolutely fine. But that's why the room is free. We do this periodically. We used to do it 4 times a year. I'm not sure, what the frequency is going to be. But, that's why the room is free, though. We do use this as a marketing vehicle to try to highlight our products. So, all right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I shall open the room tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. So, hope to see a lot of you there. Okay, so have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.